That's an interesting formation lap. Interesting. We're here at the Mexico City track. I can't remember. Autodrome. I don't remember the name completely. All I know is we're here for the 1,000 kilometers at Mexico City, which is going to be cut to 500 kilometers, because that's what we do here. So instead of 200 laps, we're doing 100 laps. Thinking the race would have been really 6 hours. So if anything, this would be a 3-hour race. If that correlates right by doing it correctly. We're in the same car we would be for, because I believe this is going to be posted after, or on Saturday. So it's the same car we raced in the 73 Paul Revere disaster, where everybody just wanted a wreck in the 250 miler at Daytona Road Course to get up to the hairpin. We're going to give them as much room as possible. We're just going to go very wide. I think that kind of helped us. Forget this thing is like a wheel spinning monster when it gets off the corners. Hopefully the recording comes back good. It should come back good. With a lower resolution to output. Because it's going to be looking 1080 for you guys. And 1080 ratio, but I'm playing in a 4K ratio. That since my graphics card can't, or I don't know if it's the graphics card anymore for NR at least. I didn't get NR was because of the shaders, because there's gonna be a video coming up soon with NR where I figured that out would be mid-race. I think honestly it was a failed attempt that gave me that knowledge, and then made the rest of the video look great. I can't remember when it happened. All I know is we're gonna get them down the straightaway here. So get down in 5th gear. And this car, there you go, number 64 car there. Show you the car off a little bit. That's the same car we used at Daytona when that was a disaster. Should probably stay in 4th a little bit up until here. Down a second. Have the same fuel, everything. Like everything's 2 times since it is half. So 9-day cycles should change the way it would be on 2 times. I believe the start time was like around 11, so we should end up around real life. If this was a 3-hour race compared to the 6-hour race, it would be around like 1 to 2 o'clock. So it should start getting dark at the end of the race, but not too dark. And yes, we're gonna have the co-driver. We're gonna give, since the field's gonna run out a lot quicker, we're gonna have to do more stints, pretty much. More stints with multiple, or longer stints, I should say. Longer stints with multiple pit stops. Not just switching off every time, but this first time we will switch off. He's gonna do 2 pit stops, and then that's where it's gonna go off there, where we just do 2 pit stops each. Up until the end of the race, obviously. If we end out the race with only 1 pit stop, then we end out the race with only 1 pit stop. Should theoretically need to do at least about 10 to about 7 pit stops in this race. So maybe the AI or the co-driver is gonna end out this race for us. Oh no, I hit the tires. And now I hit the wall pretty hard. It's gonna be some damage repairs there. Clipped the tires on accident there. That was a no-go right there. Another thing about this track barely changed from when it was made to about like the 80s, I think it was. And this track really changed the layout. Because even 74 here still looks the same. That's the only corner that I should go over first gear. Every other part of the course should be third to second. Oh, sorry. I thought you were going to be a little bit wider there. There's a little damage there too. Just got to calm back down. Back in the gas. Into fourth. Up to fifth. Down to fourth. Down to third. And let me do this real quick while we're moving this corner. Why did it do that? No. Wait. Why is it doing that? That was weird. It should not have done that. Turn up the volume just a little bit more, so the mic ain't overthrowing the recording or the audio. Okay, so you guys can actually hear the car somewhat. So I have my headset pretty loud, and if this ain't about where my ears are like right now, then it's not loud enough for what I think. I don't know how it will be on the video, but hopefully it doesn't change too much. Having a little battle with this guy next to me. Let's put the names back on. Oh, kind of threw in a little bit too hard. And then he just hits me in the corner, even though he had plenty of room on the outside. Oh, come on, man. Keep forgetting this thing is not like a sports car. You can't just slam the brakes. You expect it not to go straight. Through there, I'm faster though. There's no doubt that I'm just faster there. I might not be between the white lines, but doesn't matter that much back in this. It's only lap 5 too, and the fuel has actually doing really good fuel mileage wise. We've been on 11 for like a lap now, or more than a lap I should say. Now it's just a 10. We're on 13 for a good while at the beginning of that race. So it doesn't look like fuel is the worst thing to worry about right now. Painting, it's the RPMs and the any of the pressure, like the oil pressure is intense, but I don't really have that on this gauge in front of us. Like, we don't have anything on our gauges. It's just the speed I'm going in the RPMs. Oh, I see it there on the bottom. Okay, it's in the center console. That's why. Like more the radio player would be. Radiator. Try not to hit those tires or they will end your career. And then you want to be off to here a little bit. Get in this corner, put in the fourth, let that ring all the way down to the last corner. Ooh, man. Save it. Yeah, there we go. I didn't think I was gonna actually start spinning there. I think we just clipped too much grass right there. God. That's a weird corner there. Didn't expect it to be that far off. Right foot brake in there and a clutch. Because I was already in the clutch. I wasn't going to change that quickly to shift down gears again. This just saves some engine temp too, you know. Cool down the engine a little bit, not using any of the engine powered techniques. Yeah, maybe even save it a little bit of fuel, you never know. Like, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna just stay in fourth for now and try to stay in fuel that way. So we try to get a little bit of a longer run. Also, it's not even that bad of a gear to go through there either. It's it has a little push, but it's not like anything terrible. I was almost turning into that disaster trying to get around the 11th place car there. Trying to stay 11th. Trying to get up to this guy in 10th. Little muncher there, that was a little not needed. What do I mean a little? That was a not needed at all through there. Alright, getting some lap cars too. Get around for 10th as he was getting held up by the lap cars. We made it 10 laps so far. Try to stay in third this time to see what we can make through here. Felt a lot more planned at that time. Didn't feel all wheel spinny. I mean, third to here would help too. No, I think second's still better through there. Same with how I think first is still better through the hairpin. Get the draft on this front straight. Oh, huge slipstream down the front straight here. Yeah, we're under out the left side. I think we're cleared of them. Go down to turn 1. Go down to 4. Stay in third. So want to stay in front of them, even with going dirt that bad. Thank God there was a road right there. We're having an abysmal time in the grass. Two cars out of the race, it looks like. I think this is another lapper that we're gonna catch here. Yep. I think it's the same brand as my car, actually. Yeah, so whoever that car, he's having issues. I'm not even having those issues. And the AR is still pretty high up on difficulty, so I'm just better at the car, I guess. Even though I made too many mistakes already. I just think my car might be just better suit for what this race is. Because there is different variants of this car. It's not just like it's this car's only variant and there's multiple like schemes to it. No, there's multiple versions. I probably just had the right version. Again, I just don't know what making me lose through there. More people off the... that guy is just pitting, never mind. Lap car right here. Oh, I just forgot I have the buttons on those. Could have been useful. And the tires again, like I shouldn't be. lot better cornered through there. So they should be pitting at some point. Oh, there's a caution up here. Somebody's off track, it looks like. No, it's a tree. But we're gonna come in this time. Oh, there is now an accident. Fontaine trying to drive back up into us. That's not what I wanted. So I was wondering, because I was going to do it's in 77, the 24 hours of Nürburgring in this game. I was wondering if you guys would want me to commentate over it, or just have it as one of those videos like the 1982 Charlotte race, I think it was. No, it was 1985 Charlotte IMSA race where I had no audio but me in the beginning of the video. I don't know if you guys would like that or not. If not, I might just do it anyways, so it'd be better for me so I can concentrate. Also, it could be like a relaxing video, just hearing the cars going around. And also, so that I can get the video out quicker, sooner than later. Not, obviously, I'm gonna like edit it. Obviously, it's not just gonna be raw footage. Even though really, all it is different from raw footage is I cut out the boring AI bits or me like pausing or something like that. So if anything, it's still technically raw footage. Ain't like I do anything special to editing, but. Okay, so now we're gonna give it to the co-driver, which is Callum. Alright, here we go. We're back in our set now after taking tires. We're on mediums, not hards now. So we go out. I don't know why it's in that camera angle. But you saw him, he was literally in 21st his whole entire run, or 22nd his whole entire run. So, yeah, we're naturally very far behind from where we were about 8th at the beginning of this thing. And I think it's, the other cars have just a little bit better fuel mileage than us. So we're going to be taking 2 stints here, or 2 pit stops in this stint. So what I mean by that, since we are on mediums, we started on hards, we went 2 pit stops on the hards, now we've been on 2 pit stops on mediums. So now we're going to go softs on our last run, bring him back onto hards, then mediums, and then we're gonna be mediums, and then soft again. It's like a revolving door kind of thing. Just see if there's any like good because for hards for him and mediums, it'll make it where he tire wise could do a lot better. While softs for me, I can be a lot faster. And that could work out in our favors. Which my voice, I don't know if, I think my voice is kind of slowly going away. I mean, I can't really tell. I can kind of like feel it kind of, I think it's just because I'm talking so low right now. Somebody's pitting there, we get his position. I think we get another one up here that's coming out of the pit lane. Got a group in front of us, actually. We could sacrifice tires for our co-driver's next run, like make him not pit after, or in a second pit stop. Maybe he can gain some time now, wait for us to be on mediums our first run in our stint. And then maybe that can actually gain us some positions from where we are. We're currently a lap down, it looks like. Like, we are definitely not a winning car, but I would like to get back up to these positions right here. Oops, sorry. I know you're gonna check up a little bit there. Oh, 10th just came out really slow off the track. He was kind of blocking there. You're already trying to get out of the way of the 10th place car like I was. But he kind of just stayed behind them anyways. So I don't know what that swerve was about. Coming up to 18th, it looks like. Oh yeah, these mediums can grip a lot better throughout these corners. Yeah, I think it was definitely because we were on hards where I was kind of struggling to be in the race. Even though the tires can get worn out faster, I can utilize their life, and they're saving life, because when you save these tires, honestly, I feel like they give you more life, because if you save them longer, you have more at the end than you would with hard tires, because you can save, but you still have less than a soft tire if you think about it. Really, this is the corn that destroys tires, though. That corn does not like tires. Also gotta mind my shifting now, because I gotta remember I can't shift down super quickly, or I might risk blowing up the engine. Or just being dumb and loop it. Or both. Back off, trying to get like a run. Oh, that worked beautifully. I don't like going second through here. I just feel like it's too high of an RPM to go through here. There is times where I feel like you should, but I think this car is just too heavy to really even gain anything from it throughout the S's. More people coming out of the pit lane. I was 5th coming out. It's 6th place, Ludwig. We're passing them because of that too. And then this Porsche, even though he has the right of way, like he has the outside lane, I'm not moving, I'm not being unpredictable, it just runs right through me. That was intentional right there. I was trying to wreck him even though it wasn't the same guy. They're just being a little too aggressive for a car that's literally minding his own business and literally giving you plenty of space. Right here, look at that. Plenty of space for him to go around the outside. I even like went off a little bit slower that time to, if he did get to my outside, he had room there. Oh man, he's even revving up the Porsche car. He knows that he's been done wrong. Or I've been done wrong. Oh, this Ford by, the Ford Caprice. I think it's Caprice, I can't remember. Capri, I don't know what the name of the car completely is. All I know it's like a Capri Sun. Oh my god. It almost came back right into me. After it got kind of knocked off by the 5th place car there. Caution's out for something. I'm guessing it's just these guys coming out of pit lane are causing that caution to pop up. 'Cause I don't see anything else that would warrant a caution. Fifth's coming up on 4th there in our Porsche. Fifth. Need to save the low fuel, maybe doing that. Got one more lap until we get to halfway. I think the Lears are halfway, so I think technically I am halfway right now. Since the Lears are about halfway, as they're coming out of the pit lane in front of us. Give him plenty of room there on the inside. Just get better off there. And cut him off just a little bit. Nothing too major. This is third and second, so honestly we're kind of getting like a cool preview of who's like in first and stuff like that. Maybe second gear might be good. Yeah, no, it's definitely dirty. You can definitely hear how high the RPMs get through there. So it's definitely a third gear section. It's not second gear. Oh, that slipstream though was insane. But he's gonna get me on the corners though. Unless if I can get him. I'm trying to like hit him or anything. Give him as much room as possible. And we get him. He was already losing ground a second anyways. It wasn't like I hurt him completely there. Oh, I gained some position so people were down pit lane. They're just super fast. I gave him enough room for him to pass on the outside if he needed to, but by the time I got into the switchback corner, he wasn't there, so I had to just take it, because that's a single file corner there. There's no multi-groove racing right there. The corner leading up to that, yeah, you can kind of multi-groove, but then you kind of have to funnel down to single file. The reason why I'm racing like this, because I'm racing trying to get us more position, so when our co-driver does take over, we don't lose the amount of positions that we did on our co-driver's drive. See, it being AI, of course, it's going to have some flaws as a co-driver. It's not going to be perfect. Kind of have to recognize that. Oh, hit the wall. See, he has the outside, There you go, see? But then that caused us to spin because we clipped the tires, and that upset our car. Oh, we come out to 16th? Look at this guy. we're actually about to pass some actual positions, and we're almost like there to get our lap back, but because they're not slow enough. And I don't even see first yet. I don't even know where Ease went. That was a really bad corner. Oh, we're out in the grass. Trying not to be as poor lapped as I am now. I think he's gonna get me at some point in this lap. Oh, I see first now. Oh! Yeah, we're kind of just found a wall right there. Somebody's holding up second here. Please get out of my way. Oh, that was almost bad. I felt it was a little too hard for one. We have to switch back here. I don't have to worry about it. Anybody come up on me. I believe blue flags in sports car racing pretty much just means hold your line. Or just race your race and hold your line. Which is what I'm trying to do as best as I can during those like switchback sections, which really you can't really pass. So if they try to pass her, they're kind of stupid to begin with. Because the switchback sections are like back to back, you can't really get anybody side by side. Now through here, that makes more sense. There's a lot more room. There's actually like chance of overtaking, and somebody could actually take the outside of one of these corners and not crash dirty switchbacks. And where is he gonna go? I drove way too hard through there. Keeps peeking out, but he's doing nothing. Oh yeah, the tires are destroyed. Jesus. Sam Posey getting around. We're gonna need a pit soon. Say when it hits 3, that's the lap I'm gonna, or the next lap I'll pit. So like if it hits 3 now, finish this lap and do another one, and then come down. I think I really got in his way, but I guess I did. And we're locking up again. I think we're just gonna have to pit whenever it hits 3. I don't think I can. I think these tires are kind of worn, or really worn, I should say, not kinda. They're really worn. Because I'm taking a line to AR you're taking, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, we're 15th. Somebody was pitting that last lap. Okay, looks like next lap will come in. Because that was way too late for us, to be honest. Oh, and just turned 3. Okay, well. Yeah, so this lap will pit. Ooh, man. Pit this time. Get some different tires. We get to take the softs this time. Oh, sorry. Out of my way. Okay, getting the last tires on with our good old softs. Oh, now the car is in pit and speed limit mode. From the last time I was just driving through there. Interesting. Yeah, we're literally by ourselves right now. So pretty much just 15 to 14 laps of just by ourselves until we give it back over to the co-driver for his rest of the race. I'm saying this might be actually our last stint, honestly. From looking at the numbers. sorry there, Alpha. I mean, that was Alpha Romeo. I just passed like that. I'm sorry about that. I just didn't feel like I could get to the inside the way I wanted to. I had soft tires and new tires, so if anything, it benefited. If that was old tires, I would have just waited for a second until it opened up the way I wanted to. Nice, clearly around them. We're coming up to 19th eventually. I think he's that blue car in front of that 23rd car position, driver. There's 18, so he most definitely is that blue car. And he is, look at that. By the Alpha. Okay, another one of these. That time we just went around the outside because we had the tires and we just had enough the speed and traction to get around. I think it's safer to do that because sometimes they do take that corner a little more narrow, so I do kind of slide up into them when I go through there like that. Like I do the last couple of laps I did before I pitted. Yeah, so just really taking it back, just relaxing, trying to destroy the tires like I did with those mediums. Because these are soft, so naturally they give you more grip, and if I can use them to a good ability, help me during the bad parts of this car, which is the series of corners and just cornering in general. So I can make that like a strong suit somewhat. No, we can definitely get him, but I'm just gonna relax and wait until the straightaways, because that's where our best part of the car is the straightaways. So I'm relaxing, not trying to push to get him, just trying to push to stay on the racetrack. There we go. So you're gonna see where you just got the straight line. Go around the left. Pretty much tear his doors off. Okay, but you had the outside. Why you guys gotta keep running in the back of me? Just because you guys were mad American was able to pass you down the straightaway and it's a good old big engine car. Oh, we're locking up. think he's actually going to finish the race. I think this stint right here is a little long. So I think he's actually going to take the rest of the race for us. Honestly, we might be able to get in, but it won't be for long. It will literally like a couple laps. It'll just be because he didn't have enough laps on fuel. If he did do his 2 stints, if that was his second stint where he had a pit, or if that was his first stint, didn't have enough fuel to finish the race in that stint, and then had a pit, and he would still be in the car. But if he done 2, then I would be in the car at that point. Even though this isn't historically correct with all the drivers and stuff, I just have fun doing the track in the combination, even if they ain't completely correct. Just the enjoyment factor of it that's making me do this. The reason why I had such a break in the first place is I rarely have like almost a week breaks sometimes. I sometimes have like 3-day breaks, but that's about it. That was a long break because I just had nothing to do. I didn't really have races I wanted to do in the first place. Oh, we got 16th and 15th right here. We're getting held up by this lap car, so this is literally just getting thrown in my favor. Okay, bud, you had the whole inside lane. Only if I could have dumped him, that would be great, but showing that he doesn't need to keep, people don't need to keep bumping me. It's like, I know, they have a lane. I gave them a lane, and they just don't use it to their advantage. If I do get into the car in the last like couple laps, I'm not having him change tires when he comes in. Might just have to come in early anyways. Because of these tires being absolutely gone. Okay, we're coming to the next pit stop. I've been quiet for a long time because I've been just concentrating. And I skip to about 15th. Close to 14th now, but currently not enough to get to 14th. But hopefully when I give the car away to our co-driver, he has enough for it. Hopefully he has enough to finish the race as well. But if this is what we're gonna do anyways. If he has a pit stop that's like very close to that, I'm just gonna get in the car anyways, just to end it out on. And we'll take soft tires. You'll take mediums here. I'll take soft, and we're just gonna rip it. See where we can get, if we can get anything. But yeah, this is. We're gonna come in not this time, but next time by. And we'll pit. As he's in 13th right now, and I want to not change tires this next stop when he eventually does come in, which he will, but it would be a very short stop. Obviously, it would be like a splash and no tires, pretty much. And as we said, oh, he got on a wreck. Do we really repair this though? It's only 5 seconds of damage. I don't think we do. I think we don't change tires. We, since we are so low, we're gonna go about 7 laps of fuel. And get me back in the wheel. Accelerate this progress. Oh, and again now I can fly through the pits. This is insane. We're in 12th, by the way. Everybody else has exited out of the race behind us. So there was a lot of chaos during his stints. So now we're on old sauce, damaged car. Just trying to make it through the end of this race. See if we can try to gain the 11th here. Ow. Okay, a-hole. Oh, it's 11th and 10th right there. Oh my god, unless the guy in 10th has lapped us. I know 9th has technically lapped us, but we know for sure 11th hasn't, so there might be a chance of that. Maybe a chance of 10th here, maybe. Maybe the guy in 9th wiped out. Maybe that. Oh, he wrecked! He wrecked! The guy in 10th wrecked, and now we're 11th. And the guy that was 11th is now in 10th. Oh, we're really worn tires. You can see. It's not just tight. The rear ends are just gone. I think this was the best decision. Because we would have not had this chance of maybe gain 10th here if we can get up to this guy in front of us. Oh, now we're in 10th, so somebody else wrecked. Okay, now we got the top 10 no matter what, so we can kind of just relax here. Could try, but the second place guy behind me is just gonna beat my back bumper off going into turn 1. Even though I'm like giving him all the room around the outside. Look at that, he has all the room right there. Look at that. Oh, the leader wrecked, because this was second just a second ago, so the leader must have wrecked. Oh my god, this race is slowly becoming like an actual endurance race. Not just us doing a race for multiple laps. It's literally an endurance race. How did I hit him? I thought that did not look like I hit him. But okay. Guess we'll take it, I guess. We're catching up to 9th now. I mean, this is pretty much where we were at the beginning of the race, so we just gained absolutely nothing from our first stint throughout this race. We were back in 22nd, then we were around like 15th, and now we're pretty much back where we were at the beginning of the race. With these really worn tires though, that's the only difference. We took 2 seconds off of that time there. Almost 3 seconds off that time. Oh, the leader's in the wall. He's wall riding. What the? The leader just wall rode and spun out wrecked in front of 9th place. And now I think he's out of the race. Because he just stopped there. He's not moving again. He might be out of the race. If we're going to make a move on 9th here. Back off a little bit. Crossover. Maybe not. We have a lap on whoever's in 11th now. He's got it going again. Dive in really deep there. Somehow made it by. Sam Posey's not the leader. Because the leader wrecked out in front of the guy behind me. Oh. His tires are practically gone. Also, with the low fuel level, is also not the best case scenario. Just extra slippery. Oh, the guy behind whoever that guy was not on the same lap as us, so that means he had to pass it multiple times for him to technically be behind me on the board itself. That's why. Put in a third gear, made him push up off the corner there. I don't know if we were a lap down or not anymore. Oh, we were multiple laps down. He just got the checker flag. So this is our last lap here. So I think we're one lap down actually, not multiple. No, we're 2 laps down. Try and stay in front of 10th there. Kind of see, it's kind of darker, not too dark, but that's exactly what I wanted. Is just a day to go around like it was a 6-hour race. And in reality, it was only 3. Oh, somebody's wrecked up here. I don't know. This is definitely not a position because he's more than a lap above us. Oh man, that was not as good as I wanted it to be. There we go. Jesus, this car. This car is definitely a car, that's for sure. Word spoken. Oh, we're in 8th! 9th went off, or 8th went off earlier, or back there somewhere. So now we're in 8th. We just gained a spot. We're gonna get a top 8 out of this thing. A good old top 10, well inside the top 10 out of this race. And it's just because of nutrition. And we're gonna come by, and we're gonna get 8th in this bad boy. Or at least I believe. I think this is the checkered. Yep. So we were 2 laps down, but honestly, that doesn't matter anymore. We're 8th in this race. We finished the race. That's all that matters. With plenty of fuel. That was a race and a half. That race was weird. It was fun, but weird. That was for sure. But that'll be it. Thanks for watching. And hopefully, I'll be up with another video soon. And not go on a week break like I did before.